Hello and welcome to our third tutorial, and in this tutorial we are basically going to look at how to create a lookup wizard. Now, just to explain what a lookup wizard is, it can be referred to as a data type, but basically it's not a data type. We use a lookup wizard in case we have a list of occurrences that we need to be picking from. For instance, when you look at our fields here, we have district, which has repeated entries: Wakiso, Soroti, and Jinja. So instead of typing in that every other time, we can create a lookup wizard so that every time we are to enter anything under the field district, we just pick from that list. The same can be done on S.6 because it's just being repeated. So we are going to look at how to create a lookup wizard. And here we are going to set our database. We've been told to create a database called Usuju GP Limited, and the instructions down here say in the database we create a table and save it as basic data. We add the fields with their correct data types, then populate the table with the data above. But remember, some of these fields, our basic interest today is to assign them a lookup wizard as the data type. So we are going to see, we have already our database here. Good enough, we now know how to create a database, and in this database they've told us to create a table called basic data. So we shall go and create a table and we shall give it a name, basic data. So that is our table, and we are going to add the fields to this table. We've been told the first field is fisherman ID. Fisherman ID is the first field. Then we have name, sex, date of birth, contact, and district. But remember, we have said that for the fields sex and district, we want to make them lookup wizards. We want to use a lookup wizard to populate those two fields. So we go to our table. Remember, we already know how to create a database, how to assign auto numbers. So we shall go and change the format of auto numbers to be able to display KLS, and then the rest will be 3 incrementing figures. The next field is name. A name automatically has to be text. Then we have sex, and we said sex is going to be a lookup wizard, so we go lookup wizard, and these are the various steps. So we are going to type in our own values that we think are suited for this field. We go to next. Then the fields are going, the values are going to be M for male and F for female. Then we go to next. Then we shall limit database to only those 2 entries. Then we finish. So we have created our lookup wizard. Now you can see that here the data type is not showing lookup wizard, but rather it's showing text. That's why we say that lookup wizard is not necessarily a data type, but it's simply a list of values that can help us to enter our values quickly without retyping everything every other time. Then the next field is date of birth. Date of birth. And we already know how to set the format for date of birth. Of course, we said date of birth is represented by D according to the data we have. D, which are 2 digits. Then we have M for the month, and then we have YY for the year. Then the next field is, let me just check through, the next field is contact, and then finally district. So we go to contact, which is contact this time around is going to be text. Someone may feel like choosing what number, but remember, if you choose numbers, then the first 0 won't be able to be typed. Remember, here we did not choose the data type for date of birth. It's supposed to be date or time. Let's just check the format. Let's change the format, which is D MM and year. Okay, then the last field is district. We also say that district is going to be a lookup wizard. We're going to look up to a list of values, and we are going to type in our values. The first value is, we are seeing the districts are repeated, so we are going to have Wakiso. Then the next value is Soroti. Then we have Jinja. So that is our list of values that we are going to be looking up to when we are entering data in this particular field. We go to next, then we limit to this list, and then we finish. So we have finished creating a table with the fields. Now we can go and view our table and try to enter data and see what is going to happen. So this is, remember we set this one to auto number, to auto increment, so we don't type in anything there. So let's go and enter the first record in our table. We have Mukombozi Alex, is a male, born on 12th. We can try to minimize this so that we enter concurrently, so that we can be able to see both sides. So that we can be able to see these sides, I mean both sides. So I also go and reduce this so we can enter while seeing the table. I'm just going to reduce this. Well, so now this is our, this is how we're going to enter now the data. So we have this table, which is our database. Now the first entry or the first record is Mukombozi Alex. So I go and enter Mukombozi Alex. The sex is, now our list is right there, so it's a male. We now don't type in, but we just choose from the list. Date of birth is 12th of, say date of birth is 12th of December, I think, of December, 12th of December. We go here and type in 12th of December, and the year is 1980. The contact is 0772 110 110. Then the district is, we also choose from the list. District is Wakiso. So you can see our list here is having the districts we entered, and 6 here is having the districts, I mean the entries we made. So that is how we create a lookup wizard, and that was our target for today. Now the rest, we just go on to add all the fields that we have in our table, and then our task for today will be complete. So let's go on and add all the fields into the table. The biggest thing that we've seen is how to add the fields. I mean how to create the lookup wizards. So we have created here a lookup wizard, and we have also created here a lookup wizard. So it's just a matter of selecting or choosing from these values that are existing, and also choosing from these other values that are existing. So that is the end of our tutorial today. Hope we have picked the point. Maybe let's just go and complete our table and enter all the records so that we have our table complete. So we can see that we have now entered all our records into the table, and here our table is complete. So that's the end of our tutorial today. Thank you for listening and watching.